Okay, so here we are, night 3, and we had a pretty active night, actually. I just sent you a picture of her kind of flopped out because she was tired. Um, we've had quite a bit of action tonight. We started in the carrier, and she humped him right away in the carrier. Yeah, sweetie, I'm not going to feed you right now. And that went okay, the time in the carrier. And then I let him out, and they spent a lot of time doing the grooming face-off that I sent you pictures of, and quite a bit of time doing that actually, and off and on. And then he tried to hump her quite a bit, and she ran from him quite a bit, and I think that's what got her a little bit tired, huh, sweetheart? So actually, we're kind of still stuck in phase 2. What needs to happen next is I still have not seen any real grooming out of him. He nips at her a little bit, which is just a form of communication, really. He's trying to tell her something. Probably he wants to hump her. And that goes okay, but then she gets irritated and runs off. And I don't blame her. He's being very very aggressive with the humping attempts. Not aggressive, I shouldn't say aggressive. He's just being very persistent. That's the right word. Persistent. But yet afterwards they're able to sit together and relax in the same area. I think this light really bothers him, this camera light. So all really good stuff. We're just not moving forward as fast as I would have hoped. So I have every intention to continue, and I believe that I'm not feeding you yet, buddy. I believe that it will work, and with me being gone Thursday and Friday, probably going to lose a little bit of traction there. So you'll get an update from me tomorrow, but after that you won't until probably Saturday. Both of them are eating really well, pooping good, as you can see. And that's to be expected. They probably don't do that at home, but when we're bonding, the poops go everywhere. Kind of a territorial thing. Now, one thing I didn't mention to you is that always bringing a boy into a girl's territory is harder than vice versa. So it could be that she really, we haven't established, who's dominant yet, but it could be that she really challenges whatever that is, or really asserts herself at home. And so we need to talk a little bit about that. If there's a neutral place you can keep them at home for the first week that they're home, that would be great. If not, we just need to keep a good eye on them. The plan moving forward, as I said, is I'm going to keep going with this. Tomorrow night I'll confirm one way or the other whether or not I'm going to continue. I suspect I will at this point. And then at some point we'll keep them overnight together to see how they do. If they do okay overnight, then we leave them together during the day, and then eventually completely. And this little phase that we're going through, which is kind of a combination of phase 2 and 3 at this point, with the grooming and the humping, somebody needs to groom. There's no doubt about that. But the humping usually subsides after a couple of days. Usually. Sometimes we get little boys that just don't stop, and that's a different story. But usually it goes away after a few days and we mellow out. And boy, you really tore up my rug, didn't you, sweetheart? Did you do that today? I put your blanket in here so you wouldn't do that. So, I'm sorry, I went a little bit long.